Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are starting off our journey with MAMAMOO individual readings. In this reading, we are going to focus on Solar and we're going to check 4 different areas of her life, which is her current energy, her career, her love life, and then any healing messages that come through. And I hope you guys like this video. So to start off, how is Solar currently doing? So we have the King of Spring reverse, or the King of Wands reverse, the Five of Spring upright, or the Five of Wands upright, and then the King of Autumn reverse, which is the King of Pentacles. So this is very interesting because she has 2 kings. So this kind of tells me that right now she is focusing on jumping, stepping into her power, not jumping. Maybe she wants to leap and jump and like already be where she wants to be, but this is gonna take some time. Because with this 2 kings reverse, it kind of shows that she doesn't really feel like she has authority, or she doesn't feel like she has the power, or she doesn't feel like she's in the right level or energy she wishes she could be in. So with the King of Spring, we have an individual that is action oriented, someone that knows when to do things, someone that is actually very passionate and charming. What does it say here? I might as well read it, right? It says innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. So yeah, with this card reversed, I do have a feeling that she doesn't feel like she is in the right energy or in the right state of mind to take action. Like maybe she feels like she's hesitating too much, or maybe she feels like she's thinking too much before doing something. So she doesn't feel like she has that same like risk taker energy of just jumping into the unknown and see what happens. Like she feels like she's hesitating too much, and she's kind of trying to work in being that energy again where she has the confidence to just do things, to just take action, to just not be worried or having her doubts hold her back from just doing the things that she wants to genuinely do. Because the King of Spring is a fire energy, so fire energy usually describes someone that is passionate, motivated, inspired, someone that is very genuine and very spontaneous. So I do feel that she's trying to work in being in that energy again. So she's just trying to be a bit more spontaneous with her energy and just taking action when she feels like it. So if she wants to work towards a goal or a dream, with no hesitation, just go for it. If she wants to be silly on stage, just do it. Like she feels like she can't be as carefree as before, and because of that, she's trying to reach that energy again. With the Five of Spring in the middle, we have opposing goals arise from different opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So the overly ambitious people is describing how the Five of Spring or the Five of Wands describes competition. It describes people fighting for something, for a goal. So competition in that sense. But this other like sentences that are here are describing how the Five of Wands usually talks about conflict, arguments, and issues. So one of the reasons why she could be having some conflicts is that she's allowing other people's opinions and other people's energy or her environment influence her decisions, her thoughts, and because of that, she's hesitating. Because, how should I put it? I feel like she's not giving herself her place. I think I'm translating something in Spanish that doesn't quite fit in English, but what I'm trying to get at is that she's not prioritizing herself. She's not doing what she wants to do because all of a sudden she is being influenced and listening to other people, to what I guess the expectations are based on like what society says or based on what the industry she's in says. Like she is kind of putting herself in this box or in this situation because she's kind of like it's getting to her, like other people, what other people are saying, what other people are advising her. Like I do feel that some of the advice that she's getting, it may be coming from a good place, but for Solar right now, she's reaching a point where she, instead of seeing it as their opinion, she's almost taking it as that's what I should do, right? And because of that, it's kind of getting in the way of her spontaneity. Because of that, she's hesitating a lot. That's what I'm getting at. So then we have the King of Autumn with words like compassion, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted. So with this King of Autumn or the King of Pentacles, we have Capricorn energy. You have Aries energy with the King of Spring. But this card is also reversed. So this kind of shows that currently she's also struggling with, I don't think she, I guess she could be. She could be struggling with her finances, but I think this is actually representing her finding it kind of difficult to be in power within her career, like making decisions or feeling stable within her career. We will see later when we actually get to the section of her career, but for right now, the King of Pentacles reverse could show that right now she doesn't feel that stable. She doesn't feel grounded enough, so she kind of feels like everything's up in the air, that that nothing's set on stone. Maybe she feels like also no one is on the same wave as her. What I mean by wave is like no one is on the same page as her. Maybe that will make more sense for you guys. But this King of Pentacles reverse, it also seems like she is struggling to work on her strengths or with her strengths, like what she's skilled at. Like she's been influenced so much by her surroundings, her environment, outside expectations, to the point that she's finding it kind of difficult to just be herself, and she's finding it kind of difficult to work in what she's good at. So if she's a good singer and she has a certain technique, she, instead of focusing and like banking on that, she's actually just trying to fit in with what is popular right now, or she's trying to fit in with what people say is going to be better for this or that. Like I think she's finding it very difficult to ground herself and kind of prioritize her own thoughts and her own ideas. And because of that, she's hesitating because she doesn't feel like herself. And at the same time, in her career, she feels like it's not succeeding the way that she wants it because it's not genuine to who she is. So I do feel that right now she is kind of struggling to find herself again and to feel like she has, to feel like she's on the driver's seat. Like she feels like she's just kind of being moved around and just doing things for doing them. And she doesn't feel like she has like the reins in her life. Like she's just, I don't know, maybe she feels like she has to fit in right now somehow. And because of that, the best way to win her competition is by doing what everybody else is doing, and that is not genuine to who she is, and that makes it difficult to work in that energy because that's not her. That just isn't. So I would like to debut or use these cards for the first time in a video. I just got them like a couple days ago. Give me a sec. And I would like to use them for solar. So what is going on with her career right now? I'll take the bottom. We have live and learn. And withdrawal. New moon in Leo, shine. So right now in Taurus career, we have live and learn with experience, training, development. We have withdrawal with quit, awakening, rejection. And then we have shine with new moon in Leo. Wait, actually it's the other way around. Anyway, with the live and learn, it feels like right now in her career, she's working on her skills. She's working on improving herself. So she may be going a little bit out of her comfort zone. There is the sense that she is maybe trying to develop a new style or a new skill or a new way of doing something in her career, that it's being like a trial and error for her. It could also be like she's doing projects and business ideas that are a bit of a risk for her, and maybe they haven't really worked out the way that she expects it, so she had to like hit the books. Is that even an expression? Like she had to go back and actually read how it works for other people, how, I guess this could be like the external influences, right? Like she's trying to figure out what works for others and seeing if that will work for her. So I do feel that she may have taken a risk on something and it hasn't really given her the results that she's looking for or the expectations that she had, and because of that she kind of had to like go back and do some more research, and that insecurity or that instability of not knowing if it's going to work out or not has really gotten to her lately. With this withdrawal card, I have a feeling that in her career she has kind of secluded herself a bit more or isolated herself in such a way that she can like reflect, research, get more information. Like I have a feeling that she has been a lot on her own to kind of think things through and figure things out for whatever project or whatever she's doing in her career. Like if she's developing a new skill, she is being on her own a lot to just practice and improve. and thinking a good routine or a good plan to achieve this new skill. But if this is talking about a project, the results have not really been to her expectations, and therefore she has been alone on her own to try to figure out how to solve it or how to find a different approach. Also, I do feel that this has caused this isolation. So I'm thinking of like the Hermit card, the ninth Major Arcana card, which usually talks about someone that goes in isolation by choice, so like that they can find enlightenment within themselves. Like, what do I want? What am I looking for? What is my path, right? So with this withdrawal card, I have a feeling that Solar in her career has been doing a lot of things on her own, or has kind of put herself on the side for quite a while, so that she can actually think things through for herself and not being so influenced by other people or other people's ideas on how things should be, how things should go, what results should be happening. And because of that isolation that she has been in, she has been letting go of a lot of baggage. She has done a lot of cleansing and letting go of some limiting beliefs or things that are holding her back in her career. And all of these things that she's doing, so trying to improve on her knowledge, but also trying to isolate herself so she's able to kind of reflect and grow on her own ideas and not based on other people's ideas. It has actually helped her with this new moon in Leo. It kind of shows that she's entering this new phase or this new area of her life, this new chapter, where she is trying to be more confident, where she's trying to be on the spotlight once again and being again in a place where she can enjoy what she's doing in her career, being more playful, being under that spotlight and not being afraid of what other people have to say, and trying to find that confidence where she can be herself once again. Because I do feel that for some time she hasn't really felt like herself, and because of that she has found it very difficult to stay optimistic, to stay motivated in her career and truly enjoy it. So I do feel that right now one of the things that she's focusing on in her career is doing some cleansing, letting go of baggage or letting go of things that don't really work with her, trying to expand her knowledge and her point of view or perspective. And all of those things are kind of helping her to be able to shine once again in the industry, to be under the spotlight, to feel confident once again, to not be held back by anything, not even her own mind, just being genuine once again. Because Leo energy is fire, which we kind of talked about earlier with the King of Spring that came up in her current energy. But let's get some more info about her career. We have the Star card, which is very good. And we have the Two of Autumn reverse. So with the Star card, we have look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So the star is Aquarius energy, and the star is supposed to symbolize a dream come true or some sort of guiding light. I guess like the North Star, right? Like you finally find a sense of direction once again. Like you finally find a path. So with this star card, it feels like in her career, one of the things that she's working on is making one of her dreams come true, first of all. And I think it is happening. Like she's finally reaching that point where she feels a bit more fulfilled, or she feels like she's finally aligning once again with who she is and what she wants within her career. And also with this star card, I do feel that she is trying to be a bit more hopeful and not allowing past baggage to get in the way and hold her back with fear and doubt and worries. And she's trying to kind of overcome that and trying to be optimistic again, trying to be happy, abundant, and just enjoying what she's doing and just making the world her playground. Like she's trying to just enjoy life and be happy by doing things that she likes within her career. She's just trying to overcome challenges and be happy again. Here we have the Two of Pentacles. Well, it says the Two of Autumn, and this kind of shows that with it being reversed, that she has not done a very good job of balancing things within her career. So either she's very busy and hasn't really given enough time for herself, or she has put a lot of time on herself that she has kind of dropped the ball within her career a little bit. So this could be shown in multiple ways and it can manifest in multiple ways. But with her, I guess it could be like, because the Two of Autumn usually shows someone that has like two coins and is trying to balance it out. And one of the things that's mentioning is someone that is trying to find harmony within themselves, learning to prioritize what's right for them, trying to figure out the perfect balance between two ideas, two things. What I mean by ideas, it could be like maybe one of the things that Solar is working on within her career that she has had a lot of trouble with. So one of her challenges has been to balance out who she is and what people expect her to be, or maybe balancing out what she genuinely wants to do versus what responsibilities are within her career, or something along those lines. Like she has kind of struggled to find that harmony, and because of that she may have felt a little bit out of place or out of her element, and because of that she may not have felt like herself. Now let's go on to her love life and figure out what's going on with Solar's love life. We have conflict, memory, and schedule. Oh, this seems actually very straightforward. So far, it seems like in her love life, things have not really worked out because she's been very busy with her work. We have last quarter moon in Taurus with be proud of yourself. And we have full moon in Cancer with let your fears dissolve. So far, it seems like Solar has had a pretty challenging time with her love life, probably because it hasn't really worked out. Again, there's something about time management that doesn't really work well with Solar. But yeah, we have Cancer and Taurus energy. So there is a sense that she's a very loyal person and she does have very long lasting relationships, but usually I have a feeling that most of her relationships fall through because there's not a very good balance within her career and her love life. Seems like scheduling was always an issue. Seems like that brought a lot of conflicts and arguments. I do feel that there has been, like when I see the memory card right here, it kind of shows that her love life is just filled with memories, and it's not like right now actively nothing's really happening. So I don't think she has had very good experiences in her love life in the sense of things just working out nicely. I think most of the time there were a lot of arguments and conflicts because her career, her scheduling always got in the way of relationships. It seems like there was not a lot of, I guess, planning or careful. How should I put it? Like, if she ever made a plan or something with someone she was dating, it would always fall through because of her career. Like, her career was always the obstacle, right, in her relationships. But yeah, with this Taurus card, with be proud of yourself, I do feel that life is kind of telling her that it was just a matter of like the reason why her relationships didn't work on the surface could be because of her career and scheduling issues, but at the same time life wants to kind of encourage her and let her know that she still should be proud of prioritizing what she believes in, right? Like if her career is her priority right now, that's perfectly fine. She can prioritize it, and she will eventually find someone that will respect that and will be able to work with that side of her that wants to focus on her career. With this be proud of yourself is kind of like eventually she will find someone that will understand her, will understand her career and all of that. So she doesn't have to worry about that. Also, with a full moon in Cancer, with let your fears dissolve, I do feel that because of how many times her relationships didn't work in the past, she may be a bit hesitant to date again or to date when she has a lot of work. So I do feel that this is kind of showing that the universe is telling her that there is someone out there for her that will be able to match her energy, will be able to accept her lifestyle and be okay with her career, and how it's very unpredictable, at least scheduling wise. Like things can come out of nowhere. Things, she could be very busy sometimes and other times just have like no work at all. So I do feel that eventually she's gonna find someone that will respect that, will acknowledge it, and will work with it. Yeah, someone that it will definitely be loyal, caring, gentle, and loving, and still understand what she's going through and understand. And like even if they don't get it or understand it, they'll go out of their way to try to get it and try to understand it and meet her halfway. Like she will find someone. It's just that she has to kind of overcome some of these fears that kind of started because of past failed relationships. But let's get some more info on her love life. We have the 10 of Winter reverse. So it seems like she is trying to overcome some of those like negative thoughts of like, what do I do wrong for this to not work out? Like, how can I make it better? How can I solve it? Like she's getting rid of like blaming herself for this relationship's not working, because I do feel that this could like scheduling could have been an issue, but the bigger issue here, like if you dig a bit deeper, was that she was just dating people that were not aligned with her and aligned with her priorities. Let me put it that way. She could have been with people that is like, oh, you should be with me all the time. Well, it's not gonna work out if you have a career orientated woman. Or it could be someone that is like, I do feel that some people, if you dig deeper, they use scheduling as the reason why the relationship failed. But in reality, with some people, it will be like, I cannot handle being with someone that is under the public's eye, and others is like, I can't handle being with someone that's successful. Or some people could have done it because out of insecurity, like, you're surrounded by all these beautiful people, why will you even be with me, right? So I do feel that because of that, that could have been some of the reasons some of her relationships didn't work out. But the reason why many of them probably went like, oh, we should stop dating because, you know, you're never there, or like your unpredictable schedule gets to me, like whatever, like that was the surface, like that was the excuse, that was the reason some of them gave, while others, well, maybe some did mean it but others were like, that was just an excuse. And because of that, she could have blamed herself, like, oh, why are relationships not working, maybe I'm not meant to be in a relationship. But it was just like, it was just not the right people, like she was just not dating the right person for her. But she will eventually find someone for sure. And the last card that we have right here for the love life is the Five of Summer reverse. So yeah, with it being reversed, it's like the universe is just telling her to try to be optimistic. Like, yeah, life has been tough, things have been difficult, but you know, there's no point in crying over someone that's not even in alignment with who she is and what she wants. Like, this people, like if she were to see her relationships a bit closer and analyze them a bit better, she will understand that her relationships didn't work out for other reasons besides scheduling. Like I mentioned earlier, some of her relationships may have been like, oh, let's break up because of scheduling issues as the reason, but in reality it was like some insecurity that was triggered deep within. And I think that it really got to her because she was like, what am I doing wrong, right? So she thought she was at fault for this. But with a be proud of yourself, it's like life is telling her to prioritize herself, to empower herself, and understand that she was not really the problem here. It was just that she was not with the right person. That's it. But let's go on to the last section of this reading and take out 3 cards for her healing messages. The first card is the dog spirit with be loyal to what you love, which I do feel that one of those things is herself. She should be loyal to who she is and what she wants to do and what she prioritizes. Whatever her goals are, like life is really telling her to prioritize her. Do what she wants to do, not be influenced by other people or blame herself when relationships don't work. We have the seahorse spirit reverse with watch and wait. So yeah, maybe she doesn't have much hope, or she feels a little bit powerless, but the universe is just telling her to like take a break so she can put herself back together and not be hurt or broken by trying to like push herself through when she's finding it very difficult to even understand what she's going through. So with the watch and wait reverse, it's kind of like the seahorse spirit is helping her understand why things may feel a bit stagnant, or help her understand why she needs to be on her own right now and be and reflect and cleanse herself. And it's like trying to like walking her through the reasoning as to why things may have slowed down for her, or why it may seem like things have not gotten better. It's like things have not gotten better because she's still putting herself together. She's still trying to learn to prioritize herself. Only when she does that will she find it easier to like pick herself back again and like continue with achieving her goals, continuing on that road to make her dreams come true. The other card that we have right here is the lizard spirit reverse with dream the world into being. So yeah, the lizard spirit right now is helping her visualize the world that she wants, the lifestyle that she wants, and try to help her understand that she doesn't have to settle for anything. She has standards and she can set them as high as she wants, as long as she understands the reality of her situation. And by that I mean like being able to understand what she's dreaming of and understand where she is in her present moment may not always align, and that's perfectly fine. That's because there's still work that has to be done to reach that dream that she has. However, the universe wants to tell her that she can always ask for more, always think of more, like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with asking for someone that cares for her, that loves her, that understands her. Like it feels like the universe is trying to help her understand that her dreams can come true, that she can live the lifestyle that she wants, and they're just trying to help her understand that balance between being able to understand where she has to drop the ball, but also understand when she kind of has to like pick it up and play the game. That's how it came up in my mind, but I hope you guys understood what I meant by that. And the last card that we have for Solar is the Butterfly Spirit with Transformation is Beautiful. So the Butterfly Spirit is here to not only remind her, but also help her to come into herself and be herself and prioritize herself and be okay with who she is and being confident again in taking her own actions, thinking her own thoughts, saying whatever she wants to say. Like the Butterfly Spirit is definitely helping her transform and overcoming challenges, overcoming maybe things not working out, and trying to like not make herself smaller to fit into something that is not even meant for her. Like the universe wants her to understand that she's capable of doing everything and doing whatever she wants, and they want to encourage her to kind of go out of that cocoon that she's been in a while of isolation, try to get herself out of that mindset of trying to fit into a certain standard, certain expectation, and try to break into her own and do her own thing, because only then will she be satisfied, will she be happy. And it's because it doesn't mean that it's not going to be challenging or difficult. It doesn't mean that people are not going to criticize her. Those things will always happen regardless of what she does, but it will be better if she encounters those issues and challenges on something that truly makes her happy, because criticism will always happen, obstacles will always be encountered, problematic people will always be encountered regardless of what she does or where she's at. So she might as well do that in a path, or do that in a present moment where she knows that she's doing it for herself and she's doing it for her happiness and she's doing it to feel good for herself. So yeah, that is the message here. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And let's hope that she continues working on herself so like that she does feel this emotional satisfaction and the happiness that she deserves in this world. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.